This video is for that Christian woman who ended last year tired. Not because she did too little, but because she carried way too much. Too many expectations, too many emotional weights, too many things God never asked her to hold. One of the key things Christian women have learned to do often is highly spiritualized endurance. Even when there is clearly no reason for that, it's not every situation that calls for such. We think staying equals being faithful. We think suffering equals being obedient. But sometimes what we actually call faith is our fear of change. I'm going to quickly share with you something that I read in a book I was reading, and the author was writing from research they had done with thousands of people. He said some people who fear failure, the fear of failure makes them not want to try because they do not want to expose their weaknesses. And then for those who have the fear of success makes them not even want to try at all. And for that reason, they try to immerse themselves in other activities that will certainly not bring them, that will distract them from the main thing that they're supposed to do to become successful. And these are ways of procrastinators. So sometimes the things we call faith is not really faith, it's just we being afraid of change. And I had to admit something to myself last year. I was holding on to things God was already asking me to release. How did I know that I was holding on to them? I was always tired. I was always strained. I was always stressed. I also still didn't find peace. I didn't really do much at my company last year. I wasn't very productive. To the outside world, I may have been productive, but within me, I knew that I wasn't. I knew that what I had done, I intentionally didn't do anything at my company last year. We didn't generate any funds last year because something was disconnected, and I didn't want to pour out to and on women nothing from an empty cup. I do not want it to be me fixing things. I want it to flow. I wanted to reconnect to my femininity, realign with my feminine self and with God, because I know that from there, there's always a search of new ideas. From there, when I'm spiritually aligned, when I'm also aligned with my femininity, I could hear what God is sharing or what God is saying to me for the next season. So, what were the things I had to let go of? 1, old patterns that drain me spiritually and emotionally. There's a reason for me emphasizing on this. I was drained spiritually, I was drained emotionally. Just because something sounds familiar or it's familiar doesn't mean that it's anointed. I let go of old patterns that no longer served me or served the purposes of God for my life. Number 2, misaligned relationships. You see, relationship that makes me jerk, that requires me to shrink, relationship that makes me always over-explain myself and carry guilt. I had to let them go. I love you, I like you, I appreciate you, but no. I literally had to let them go. The truth is, God doesn't call us to abandon people. He actually calls us to set healthy boundaries. And when I begin to set healthy boundaries, the purpose of setting these boundaries is to help this relationship to function well, to grow properly in alignment. If that setting healthy boundaries offends you, if you're not open up for us to meet to a compromise or to a middle, to set healthy boundaries that will protect that relationship, that friendship, that shouldn't require me to shrink before you in your presence. If you're not in tune with that, in alignment with that, I have to let you go. I let you go. 3, the old version of me. This was the hardest part. There are things I needed to tweak. I needed to change. I needed a hard truth that someone used the flaws I was struggling with at the time to shame and mock me. That triggered something. That jerked something back to life. I was hurt, but of course what they said was true. Of course I was working on it, but them coming to tell me about it awakened something. It was a dawning on me that this old version of me in these areas had to go. They had to go. I needed to shed the scale. This new wine should not be poured in an old wine skin, girl. It has to be poured in a new wine skin. The process of becoming that new wine skin is hard, but you have to go through it, because remember, I shared with us in one of the videos that you have to visualize the woman you're becoming, not by mere words, by consistent habits, consistent actions, even if they are this small, but they are consistent daily actions. So I had to release the version of me that survived, so that the version of me called could rise. Now I have a lot of verses that God used in speaking to me last year, but there's this verse that stayed with me, and it was talking about, behold, I'm making a new thing. Forget the former things. You have to first of all forget the former things. Let them go. It doesn't mean that you should wipe them from your memory. I mean, like, let them go. And then behold, visualize, see, I'm making a new thing. A new thing out of you that the world has given up on. A new thing out of you that has struggled with this habit. A new thing out of you that has this addiction. A new thing out of you that is mediocre, average, limited. Do not dwell on the past. The truth is, you cannot step into God's new thing while clinging on to that old season. You have to let it go. It has done it. It has run its course. So now, if you're praying for clarity, peace, or direction this year, ask yourself, what is God asking me to release? Not everything you lose is a loss. Some are actually a rescue. So this is your reset. This reset will not come by force. It's going to come by faith, and faith that are backed with works, actions. If this message resonated with you, I want you to sit with it. I want you to pray with it. I want you to journal it down. Be really honest with God. And if you want, you can let me know in the comment section what you're choosing to release. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.